Today's set is inspired by the crescent moon art of J Edward Neil, and I have to say I had a blast creating it. Sit tight. Welcome back to Glamtones. My name is Gigi. Today we're going to start with this beautiful gray color by Model Ones. Every nail is getting that color, but only one coat because I wanted it to be that light gray. Then we did a matte top coat because this treatment only works on a matte top coat. We're going to use my homemade alcohol inks. Now, like I said in the opening, this is inspired by J Edward Neil's work. He has a series of crescent moon art, and I'm going to put a picture of it right here for you guys so you can see. As soon as I saw it, I was just so inspired, and I thought, well, let's do the GG version of that straight up on a nail. And that's what you're getting today. I absolutely had an amazingly wonderful time making this set. It just made me feel like an artist to be playing around like this. So I will link for you as well in the card how I made these alcohol inks. I wanted alcohol inks. I did not have the money to buy any, but I had a few bucks, and so I went on a homemade adventure, and it was super fun to make it, if a little bit messy. So definitely get your gloves if you decide to try it, but I will put it in the card so you can see how we got to this point. Now on the thumbnail here, as well as the middle finger, we're going to do the pink and the purple together. The other nails are all going to get their own individual color treatment, but like a single monochromatic sort of thing, not the double colors that we have here. Although it's funny to say, not that every single one has multiple colors all blended together, but the other ones stay in the same family more than this does, although pink and purple are sort of in the same family. So it's not like it's a stretch, but it's almost an ombre, sort of, right? A funky little marble ombre, I guess you would say. But honestly, guys, I love to marble with alcohol inks. It is beyond fun. And the whole thing about it is, just when you think you messed it up, you come in with a new color or even just plain alcohol on your brush, start dotting it around, and you realize, oh, the color is still here. I just needed to pull it back in so that it would make the veining I want and make the shadows that I want. And then you've got the whites and the blacks to fill in all of the little places that need some depth or some light, and it all comes together into just this gorgeous marble nail. And you do need to protect this. Anything you put on top of it can smudge it or remove it, and so a juicy base coat is 100% vital when you're working with your alcohol inks, because if you have a dry brush, you can get drag marks. So you're really hoping that your brush is juicy enough that you're only touching it with the base coat itself, not with your actual brushes. So from here, what I'm going to do is just shut my mouth and let you hear some pretty music while I go through and decorate the next 4 nails with the alcohol ink, and I'll be back at the end of that for a little art. Okay, now that we've got all of our backgrounds, I've got the Model 1 solid gel. I know there's a longer name to it, but it's just their solid gel. It used to come in those little pink pots, but now it comes in a different kind of pot, and they call it a different thing. So brands change stuff, but it's one of my favorites. And the thing I like about it for this style of art is that it doesn't self-level, it stays where you put it, and it gives it sort of a raised quality that I enjoy with this particular nail. I just enjoy it. Model 1s has some nice products if you've not tried them, especially their Inspire line of gel polish. It's really nice, guys. I've got some more pro style gel paints and gel polishes, and Model 1s stands right up there with them, especially the Inspire ones, but also these solid gels. Solid cream gels, I'm pretty sure that's what they used to be called. Now they're marketing them differently. You can get them in those little like 9 packs, but then you can also buy single pots as well on their website. But my biggest problem with Model 1s is they are often out of a product. That's something that's happened to me as well. Like Savalon has a product I really love, those little tins of the solid gels. They need to make more of those, and in much more different kinds of, like the ones I have are just jellies, but I would like some creams and some sparkles and just all of the goodness in that formula because it's beautiful. So I'm just perfecting my crescent, which, guys, I'm not going to lie, I did struggle a tiny bit with the crescents. But that's okay. Eventually I got my circle down and we figured it out. And we are going to add a second crescent below this one going the opposite direction, facing the other way. So after doing 4 of these, I did actually get a nice little bit of practice. But as you can see, mine are not perfect in any way. But honestly, I kind of like that they looked a little ragged because the trees inside look a little gnarled and old and just, they've lived a long time, right? And maybe this is more of a wintry sort of time for these trees. There's so many ways your imagination can go with a piece like this. And so all I'm doing now is coming in and just making those trees. To me, they look like trees, but maybe to you they look like roots. Maybe to you they look like vines that are reaching out into the cosmos. For me, this set feels grounded with the trees, but connected to the universe with the crescent moons and the way that the background looks almost spacey, like a nebula or a galaxy that's just blown apart or something. As soon as I saw this art by Mr. Neil, I was so inspired and I couldn't wait to do this. And I actually bumped something else off my calendar so I could make this set while I still felt the charge of excitement and inspiration. So hopefully we'll get that other one on the calendar soon. Because that was a cool idea as well. But this just, sometimes there's something inside of you that just has to come out right now. And this set was one of those things for me. I had to complete this or I just would not be able to forgive myself. So I am only going to show you the crescents and the trees on this one nail. I think I'll save the other one for a short, right? So you guys will still see it, but just in a different format, a different ratio, I guess. I don't know. Paying no attention to the girl behind the curtain. Okay, we are finishing up here with some tendrils, and then we're popping that bad boy into the lamp. Now I'm going to come in with, again, the Model 1s. All the polish we used today was Model 1s, except for the top coat and the matte top coat. We're coming in, with this silver polish. And I'm not outlining the whole thing. I'm just hitting little spots. to give sort of a gleam of the moonlight reflecting on the tree. That's really all I was thinking. We're also gonna like vine it a little bit onto the moon and thread it around the moon, just for funsies, right? I just wanted to play and add a tiny bit of sparkle to what we were doing here. I think you could leave it off. I don't feel like it's 100% mandatory that happens. But I just thought the gleam of it all, since it is a moon-inspired set, I just felt like it fit. It worked a little bit. And so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I would love to hear from you guys about what kind of sets you've done that have been inspired by artwork that you have encountered in your life. What is your favorite set that you've ever done like that or worn like that? Maybe you took it to your nail artist and was like, what can you do to give me this on a nail? And did it turn out the way you hoped? Did you love it the way you hoped you would? Let me know. I want to hear all about it. I think wearing art on your nails is just such a wonderful way to express yourself and to actually bring joy to other people as well. I know there's some people out there that when they see really beautiful nail art, instead of making them happy, it kind of makes them mad and they think that, you know, what a waste of time and money. But for the people who don't, it's an amazing thing to see beautiful nail art. So now we're coming in with a nice, juicy, delicious top coat. If you want zero texture in your nail at all, you are definitely going to want to base coat that before top coat. But I kind of wanted the look of a little bit of texture. Just, I liked the idea of it. So on all the other 3 nails, we're just letting them rock their beautiful marbles the way they are. Nothing on top except a few gems right here on the top, and we are using the gems called King Tut by it's from the Glam Glass collection from, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I will list it below as I'm pretty sure I have it saved in my bookmarks, so I will have it for you down there. They're gems. You get a lot for a little, and they're beautiful. So if you're looking for a place to buy inexpensive gems, I definitely recommend this place that you will find listed in the description box. We're coming in again with some more of those beautiful gold gems. I decided to stick with gold all the way through because it went well with each of the nails, and it gives it kind of a the word just totally flew right out of my head. A consistency, we'll use that word, a consistency between the other 3 nails that don't have the crescents. Here we go. This nail, they are all so beautiful, and each one has its own flavor and vibe, not just because of color, but because of how their marbles turned out. I love alcohol inks, guys. If you've not tried them, dip your toe in by making your own. And like I said, I will put that in the card above. So if you're interested in making your own, you can, maybe I didn't even say that. If you're interested in making your own alcohol inks, I will have that up there so you can do it. Cost me a few dollars, guys. It was so cheap. And I know a whole set of alcohol inks can run you a pretty penny. So make your own if you want to. But guys, here's our finished set. Inspired by the work of J Edward Neil, this crescent moon set just knocks my socks off. I love the marbles, I love the moons, I love the gems. It all comes together to make a really beautiful set. Just in time for the summer solstice coming up in a couple of weeks. So like 3 weeks, a little more than 3 weeks. So trust me, we're going to have some more celestial stuff on the channel because I'm feeling really witchy, I'm feeling really moony, and I am ready for the summer solstice spell that I'm going to cast. So guys, thank you so much for coming by today. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are going to see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye-bye.